Welcome back to the CryptoFather channel. Today is the 15th of September. It's a new week, it's a Monday, and there's something brewing in the air. Monero may be under threat. Solana is getting a lot of attention. Tons more Tether being printed and all that good stuff. But first things first, as always, make sure to smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, because that's always appreciated. Quick reminder that Crypto and Millennials is out, 188 pages of pure crypto gold. Pick up the book, it helps support the channel, and of course it helps support your crypto journey. Send it as a gift to somebody who you think could use a good crypto read. The market cap is at $4.145 trillion. That's massive. That's a $145 billion pump over the weekend, it seems. $122 billion in trading volume. Bag work has had a nice 160% pump. No idea what bag work is, though. Bitcoin is presently sitting at $115,000. Ethereum is gunning for $4,618 presently. Solana at 242. Solana has had a very nice run over the weekend. BNB, Binance coin, holy macaroni, $929. Also very nice pump. Cardano at 89 cents. Chainlink $24. Sui $371. Litecoin at 115. Toncoin at 318. Polkadot at 433, and Meowcoin is seeing a bit of a pump as well at 272. Looking at the charts, Bitcoin second day in a row coasting sideways. Basically we had three nice green candles, and then now it's kind of coasting sideways. It is skirting at the very top of the Bollinger Bands, but the Bollinger Bands is a kind of a reactionary indicator rather than a future predicting indicator. So according to the Bollinger Bands, this could be a good time to take some profits, because we could see a retracement on Bitcoin, quite possibly going back down to $112,000, although that would be a bit of a downer. So hopefully, based on the money flow indicator here, we're going to see a bit more money flowing into Bitcoin and prices moving up. So we've got resistance at $117,000, which needs to be broken above, and then we could see Bitcoin push forward further to $121,000 and towards the new all-time high. ETH is looking similar to Bitcoin, really. It's been moving sideways along this channel that I've talked about in the past, and right now printed two red candles after a good week of greenish. We are hitting all-time highs here. Ethereum did hit an all-time high of $4,900, almost $5,000. So retracements are expected because people are taking profits at the all-time high levels. So what's happening on Monero? Monero network sees 18-block reorganization while XMR price surges. Security concerns grow as Monero network endures 18-block reorganization attack. The Monero network came under fresh pressure this week after severing an attack that unsettled users and raised fears of a possible 51% attack. Wu Blockchain made a post on X stating Monero suffered an 18-block reorganization as reported by Orange Fen. Users accepting XMR payments are advised to wait longer than the usual 10 confirmations. Slow Mists warned that ignoring reorganization risk could expose the community to potential double spending threats. A blockchain reorganization happens when miners replace part of the chain with a new version. This can lead to older transactions being reversed, raising the risk of double spending. For merchants who accept the XMR token, the event served as a warning to wait longer for confirmations before finalizing payments. For a chain that prides itself on privacy and security, this is scary. This is a lot of FUD. It has been explained that repeated reorganizations could allow attackers to spend the same Monero token more than once. Double spend, not a good thing. This is not the first time that Monero network has been tested. Analysts have long warned that if one party enrolled enough hash power, an attack could destabilize the chain. The latest reorganization shows those concerns remain valid. Despite all that, XMR seems to be pumping. It's up 1.11% in the last 24 hours. Let's have a quick look here. Monero, it's actually up 7.5% in the last 24 hours since the writing of the article. It's at $306. The article states that it is at $289. The network recently reacted to mining centralization threats associated with Cubic by redistributing power back to small pools. That was a ordeal and a half there. Cubic was claiming that they did control 51% of Monero. GMX introduced XMR-USD trading with up to 100% leverage, enhancing market activity. That's that could be the reason why Monero is pumping right now, due to increase in trading activity. The Monero network has faced concerns about mining centralization. In August, Cubic's pool briefly controlled 35% of the hash rate, sparking fears of a 51% attack. Cubic actually went on to claim that they did control over 50% of the overall network, which has been disputed by many, but Cubic does maintain the stance that they did control 51% of the network. While Kraken even paused deposits at the time, the community quickly acted by moving hash power into smaller pools like P2 Pool. Cubic's share has since dropped, and P2 Pool now controls about 15% of the overall hash rate. This rapid reaction has strengthened confidence, but experts note that the decentralization continues to be essential for long-term trust. If threats can consolidate power again, another Monero attack may ensure. It's important to have a lot of smaller pools because that creates the redistribution, and it's more difficult to consolidate a lot of hash power into one pool when it's distributed to smaller pools, obviously. Keep an eye out on Monero and what's going on with Monero. Wait, Monero is not the only FUD that's out there. Quantum computing apparently is also a fear that has been on the tongues of many for the past few months. And this article here by Coindu states quantum computing advances raise long-term questions for Bitcoin security. The present threat comes from Shor's algorithm, which in theory allows quantum computers to derive private keys from public ones. For now, the hardware simply isn't advanced enough, but researchers agree the clock is ticking. Many believe the mid-2030s will mark the first serious danger window, which is kind of the time that I was talking about. That was my stance as well, that we wouldn't see anything happening in quantum computing for the next 10 years at least. But this looks to be, well, mid-2030s, yeah, that would be about 10 years from now. So we're looking at 2035. So for now, rest assured, quantum computing is not a problem. And I think there's a lot of companies already working on the development of quantum computing resistant wallets and all that stuff. So I think that's going to be taken care of before quantum computing becomes a serious problem. However, what could bring the timeline forward are sudden breakthroughs, such as building machines with millions of reliable qubits, as a successful public demonstration of Shor's algorithm at scale. Any government shift from long-term planning to urgent migration would also be a clear signal that the risk has become imminent. Basically, the sudden breakthroughs, right? That could be it. But I have no idea. But my guess is that next 10 years we should be okay. And by then, new tech securing the threat of quantum computing will be in place, because that will be another money grab. Just in, Tether just minted another 1 billion USD. Massive. 13 minutes ago, $1 billion printed. 2 days ago, $1 billion printed. 1 week ago, 2 billion. 2 weeks ago, 1 billion, as just the billions just keep getting printed, which is why we're seeing a massive pump on crypto. And with the market cap is at $4.14 trillion. Bitcoin ETFs bought 2.34 billion Bitcoin this week, biggest weekly inflows in 2 months. Michael Saylor's Bitcoin-only prophecy not aging well as Wall Street embraces 27 billion in Ethereum ETFs. Buzz builds around XRP and even Dogecoin. In 2024, during the MicroStrategy World Bitcoin for Corporations event, Saylor said that no other token is going to achieve institutional acceptance this decade, which didn't really age well, according to this article. You could see the writing on the wall when the spot ETF of Bitcoin was approved in January. By the end of May, you'll know that Ethereum is not going to be approved. Unfortunately, it has been approved, and now it's looking like XRP, Solana, and all the other ones are going to be approved. And of course, all the companies are developing their own strategies, Solana strategy, Ethereum strategies, XRP reserves, and all that stuff. Not only were spot Ethereum ETFs approved by the SEC later that month, but the momentum for similar investments products tied to another altcoins also accelerated, boosted by the arrival of pro-cryptocurrency administration under Donald Trump. and we know where that went. But the more important thing is that Dogecoin may be seeing an ETF that's been on the table for a while, XRP and Solana as well. There's also a Litecoin ETF that should be coming sometime soon. The only thing that's getting left behind is Cardano. Galaxy Digital buys 1.16 billion worth of Solana, sends most to Coinbase Prime for custody. Galaxy Digital has bought nearly 5 million Solana, 1.16 billion in the past 3 days, of which 4,719,937 Solana has been moved to Coinbase Prime for custody, which means this is locked up collateral and it's not being sold. So the total value locked for Solana is being boosted by purchases like these, and so this is also the reason why Solana is pumping right now. The Solana TVL hits 13 billion all-time high. Will Solana follow with new price highs? It looks like it is following with new price highs. Look at the Solana chart. We see that it dipped to 155, which would have been a good time to pick up some Solana back in August, and right now it's just been a relentless climb upwards to $249, $250 towards the all-time high of $295 for Solana. So I guess we're going to see that occur sometime soon as well. And a shameless plug for a company I know nothing about. Solana firm Sol Strategies hits the Nasdaq. Being underestimated is an advantage, says CEO. This young lass, how old is she? 25? The CEO of Solana Strategies, but apparently this company shares in the Canadian-based venture went live for trading on the Nasdaq exchange on Tuesday, increasing its exposure to investors beyond the Canadian Stock Exchange and OTC markets where it previously started. Though shares finished the trading day up 7.5% to $7 on Friday, they ended the week down 43% from the debut. I do see us as an underdog, Sol Strategies. Leah Wald told Decrypt. Sol Strategies, there you go. Walt, who became the firm CEO in July 2024 after years of working in the crypto industry. I mean, how many years did she actually have in the crypto industry? Come on. Said she appreciates the opportunity to take the fight to larger and better established firms in the space. What fight? Being underestimated is absolutely an advantage. It gives us room to execute, blah, blah, blah. Based on its August business update, it now has 3.6 million Solana delegated to its validators on or greater than to 820 million in assets under delegation, helping it more than double its annualized revenues in Q2 when compared to Q4 of last year. Keep in mind that all of this is going to dump with the bear market, which is coming. And these companies that are making money hands over fist right now will either disappear or will have to figure out a way to sit through the bear market. So this company, it's pumping now, but eventually it's going to be dumping. So just like everything else, it's going to be dumping. And before that, you got to figure out an exit strategy so you don't get left behind with all your bags. So pay attention to the next few months. September, October, November are supposed to be nearing the end. November, December. That's my goal. That's what I'm aiming for. And so make sure to smash up the likes on this video. Hit that little bell notification button so you don't miss any updates, because I'll be keeping you updated on the ongoings of the crypto market, and probably a good time to begin selling and taking off some profits when I'll be doing it in preparation for a bear market. And you should always take some profits off the table. Anyway, I've been trading in and out, just trying to expand my, adding to my bags a little bit, small amounts, never trading futures because that's a recipe for disaster. If you have tons of cash, then you can do your thing. But if you have, a small amount of money, I mean, futures is a dangerous game. So if you don't know what you're doing in terms of trading, then stay away from futures. Right now is a good time to trade in spot, because we are in a bull market and everything is going up for the most part. So there aren't going to be any imminent crashes, major crashes. So small time frames, small entries and exits will bring you the additional cash to stack up a little bit more on your favorite crypto, and then get ready for the exodus, which is going to come. Once again, pick up the Descent wallet, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, pick up a copy of Crypto and Millennials, and I will see you tomorrow on Tuesday. Have a fantastic Monday. Peace.